So when I was a teen, I was a huge Jonas Brothers fan. I still have so much love in my heart for them, and I'm so happy to see them still flourishing. In 2008, they had their Burning Up tour to support their third studio album, which was 14 years ago. Oh my god. 2008 was 14 years ago. Oh my god. How was that? Sorry, just had a mini existential crisis. I'm back now. So, me and my best friend at the time got floor front row seats to this show. I couldn't believe our luck. I spent weeks going to the mall to pick out the perfect outfit to make one of them fall in love with me. And this is what I went with. Yikes. So to be fair, I was 15. Camp Rock had just come out a few months before, and I wanted to be Mitchie. Like, I literally took a picture of Mitchie and took it to the hairdresser and went, cut my hair like that. Yeah, that's that's my defense. Anyway, so we go to the concert. We're freaking front row, having the time of our lives. Touched Demi Lovato's hand during the opening set. I was like, I'm never washing this hand again, which in the age of COVID sounds like the opening line to a horror movie. Now, if you know anything about the Jonas Brothers, you know two things. One, Nick Jonas is diabetic. And two, he wrote a song about it called A Little Bit Longer. If you are a true Jonas stan, you have wept hysterically at this song at least once in your life. Okay, but wait. Before I go on, I also want to mention that the day of this concert, I woke up with a sore throat. I had a cold, and it was the worst timing. But I was like, no, absolutely not. I would have to be on my deathbed to miss this concert. I don't care how crappy I feel, I'm going. Seriously, all of this really hits different in 2022. So, all that being said, during the show, Nick sits down at his piano. Oh my god, it's Nick Jonas ballad time. And he performs A Little Bit Longer. I start crying. My friend starts crying. The entire row behind us is crying. Not a single dry eye in the house, alright? I was also going through some really terrible life stuff around this time, and it felt so cathartic to hear this song in person, performed by one of my favorite people in the world, and just cry. I cried my heart out. I sobbed like I didn't care who was watching, which was unfortunate, because after wiping my eyes and looking at the stage again, I realized Joe Jonas was looking at me like he was just watching me cry. Now, let me mention this again because this is very important, okay? We were front row. There was nothing, nobody to impede the sight of me. There were spotlights shining down on the audience. He was staring right at me. There was no denying that fact. Literally spotted me in the crowd from the stage. This sounds like a Wattpad fanfic. No, actually, the entire story from here on out sounds like a Your Name self-insert fanfic with a catch. We'll get to that catch. Hang on a second. So I'm sobbing, listening to this song I have cried to alone in my bedroom at least dozens of times, possibly hundreds, and Joe Jonas is looking right at me. And now I'm panicking. I don't know what to do now that one of my idols has perceived me. So I just pretend that I didn't notice and just keep crying. I didn't know what to do. I also didn't have any tissues, so I'm just like wiping my face with my hands, just like smearing my makeup all over the place. I bet I looked amazing. Soon the song is over. They switch gears and play an old favorite from their self-titled album. It's called Australia. I loved that song. I still love that song. So of course I'm singing my heart out like I was during the whole rest of the concert. By the way, so you know when you're crying so hard that your nose just becomes like Niagara Falls? Remember how I mentioned I was sick with a cold? Yeah, let's put a pin in that. So, the second chorus of Australia starts, which Joe sings. He walks down the catwalk directly over to my section, his eyes right on me. This sounds like a dramatic reading of a Wattpad fanfic. He bends down and he sings directly to me, looks right into my eyes, and sings to me. Joe Jonas sang to me. At this moment, I'm not in my body. I am floating out of it, looking down at myself, watching Joe Jonas sing directly to me, and going, bitch, what the f*** is happening? Of course, this was obviously him trying to cheer me up. I mean, he saw how hard I was crying before. I was crying really, really hard. He was probably looking at me going, poor kid, she must be going through some shit. And believe me, I was. So it was just a sweet gesture for him to come over and sing to me to make me feel special. He even touched my friend's hand. Her faces were maybe like 2 feet away from each other. That's how close we were. I couldn't believe this was happening to me. Complete Wattpad moment in my head. I mean, other than my thoughts just like screaming, I was just thinking, well, nothing's gonna top this. This is it, the pinnacle of my life. Of course, I had a shitty flip phone, and the batteries in my digital camera were dead. So no, I don't have any video of it. The coolest thing to ever happen to me in my life, and I don't have any proof. I can't even show you. Why did this happen before everyone got smartphones? Damn it. But yeah, so the moment happens, greatest thing to ever happen to me. Alas, it doesn't last forever. They play another song, during which I realize something now that I've returned to my body. Remember that pin? Let's take it out. When I was crying, yes, I messed up my eyeliner and mascara. I probably looked like a panda. But during all that excitement, I failed to recognize the snot factor. Because during the following song, I realized something. I realized that snot was all over my face. Not just like under my nose. Oh no, no, no. I'm talking on my nose, around my nose, on my cheeks, dripping down my chin. It was everywhere. Because guess what? When you're sick, your body increases its mucus production. My nose was basically a snot faucet, and it wouldn't turn off, which meant that when Joe Jonas sang to me, right in front of me, under the bright spotlight, he could see every detail of my face, including all the snot. Joe Jonas saw my face encrusted with snot. My one could have been Wattpad moment taken away from me by my own immune system. So now I like to think of this moment as the one thing that will keep me humble forever. No matter how big my ego gets for the moment, I remind myself of this moment, and my ego is instantly stomped into the concrete. For every moment in my life in the future that I might be getting a little too full of myself. I am an Aries, after all. I'll always have this antidote. Just finished writing your 9th book? Oh, so what? Joe Jonas has seen your snot. Feeling like you look super hot today? Remember that time Joe Jonas noticed you and you had snot all over your face? Not so hot now, are you? Feeling accomplished in any way and getting real big-headed about it? Joe Jonas snot. But I'm comforted by the fact that, he's a Jonas brother. He's likely seen thousands and thousands of crying girls in the audiences of their shows. Thousands of faces covered with snot. I can sleep at night knowing that my snotty face is likely one of thousands that he's seen. And he'll never remember that single instance. But I will. I'll always remember. Joe Jonas, if you ever watch this, thank you for singing to me. Still one of the greatest moments of my life. And I'm sorry you had to look at my snot. I'm real sorry about that. Congratulations on your new baby niece. I hope you're having a very happy marriage. The end of my Joe Jonas story. Yeah, that's it for this one. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed hearing about the most humiliating moment of my life. I'm making more videos, got more on the way. Subscribe if you want. And yeah. Bye.